Good morning everyone, I'm Ritika and today I'll teach you mathematics. Today's topic is lines and angles from class 9th. First of all, I'll tell you the methodology which we will be using to study this chapter. First of all, we will read the NCERT book. As you know that after the CBSE changed the curriculum and the pattern of the exam, the MCQs are very crucial part of your question paper. And we have observed that the most of the MCQs are derived from the NCERT text itself. So therefore it becomes very important for us to read this NCERT book. Secondly, we will solve all the examples which are there in the book, and then we will do the exercise related to those examples. First of all, I'll ask you guys to do the exercise questions, to attempt the questions by yourself, and then we will discuss the doubts. And therefore I will also try to solve all the questions from the exercise to do it along with you. So this will be the basic structure of how we will be studying this chapter. Let's start. Lines and angles. So let's understand these two words first. Lines. What is a line? This is a line. A. Let's name this line as A. So this A is a line. It does not have any two fixed points. So it is an infinite line because we can extend this line to here till we can make it this, we can extend it in this direction, we can extend it in this direction. So therefore this is an infinite line. And what are angles? Like this is a line, and if we make a point here, if we make a point and then we start bending this line, then this will become this will become this if we will apply more force. So therefore we can see that these two becomes the arms, and the area which is between these two arms is the angle. The angle is the measure of the area enclosed in terms of degrees. So we will learn about lines and angles in this chapter. Also we will learn about the properties of the angles formed when two lines intersect. So when two lines are intersected, then there are some properties which we will going to learn in this chapter. Also we will learn about when two or more parallel lines are intersected by another line. So then what are the conditions or what are the properties of angles which will occur? We will study about that also. Let's understand the basic terms and definition first. Here, a part or portion of a line with two endpoints is called a line segment. As we discussed, this is a line A. It does not have any endpoints. These are not the endpoints, these are the open ends. Okay, these are the open ends. These are not restricted. Therefore it is a line. But when we restrict the ends, then it becomes a line segment. By putting these dots, we are restricting the length of a line. So therefore that is a line segment. With two closed ends, we got a line segment. A part of line with one endpoint is called a ray. Similarly, if there is a line but it has only one closed end or a one end point and it is open from the other side, then it is known as a ray. This arrow is used to depict the open ends, which means it can be extended in this one direction. A ray can be extended in one direction. A line can be extended in both the directions, and a line segment is restricted and cannot be extended. I hope this difference is clear. We have a line segment, and we have a ray. Generally we denote a segment like this, AB, with a bar. A line is denoted like this, but we do not use these symbols. This array is denoted like this, but then we do not use these symbols. These are just the representation which is given here. Okay, so the next basic definition is of collinear points and non-collinear points. As you can see, the word itself say co-linear. Okay, so which means like three or more points which lie on the same line, which are linear. If we put 3 points if we put 3 points, and if these 3 points are coming on a single line, which means this point A, B, C are collinear points. And when these three or more points does not lie on the same line, then those points will be known as non-collinear points. For example, point A, B, and C, like they are collinear, but A, B, C are not collinear because they are not coming on a straight line. They are forming a closed figure, but they are not coming on a straight line. So therefore A, B, C are non-collinear points. Now let's understand what is an angle. An angle is formed when two rays originate from a same end point. Okay, when we have a point A and we have two rays originating from this common point A, then this is known as the angle A. Then we get the angle A. So this is the angle A. And this point A is known as the vertex of the angle. Vertex of the angle A. This arm is arm, let's say B. This is the B arm of the angle. This is the C arm. Now we will study like different angles which are formed by these two rays. If the angle is between 0 to 90 degree, then it is known as an acute angle. 90 degree is this intersection. 90 degrees. The right angle is 90. Obtuse angle is 9 when the angle is between 90 degree and 180 degree. A straight line is formed when the angle is of 180 degree, and a reflex angle is formed when the angle is between 180 to 360. If we look at this angle, then we can easily say that this angle B is an acute angle. But the corresponding angle to these two rays only forms a reflex angle as well. Hope you are understanding different types of angle. So let's revise different types of angles once again. Acute angle 0 to 90, right angle 90, obtuse angle 90 to 180, straight angle 180 degrees, reflex angle which is greater than 180 and less than 360 degrees is a reflex angle. Two angles whose sum is 90 degree are known as complementary angles. जो दो two angles such as A, let's say angle A and angle B, if their sum if we have two angles A and B, and if A plus B is 90 degree, then we will say that these are the complementary angles. A and B are complementary. But if the angle sum is AB, A plus B is 180 degree, then we will say that these two angles are supplementary angles. A plus B, when it is 90 degree, it is complementary angles. A plus B equals to 180 degree, then it will be a supplementary angle. Two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex and a common arm, and their non-common arms are on the different side of the common arm. Here is the definition of the adjacent angles, and here is the diagram of the adjacent angles. Here, as you can see, as per the definition, they have a common vertex, which in this case is the vertex B. They have a common vertex, a common arm. The common arm is this, in this condition is the D arm, arm D, and the non-common arms are on the different sides of the common arm. So arm A and arm C are on the different sides of the arm D, which is the common arm. So then, hence we can say angle DBC and angle DBA are adjacent angles. Also, we can say that angle ABC is the sum of angle 1 and angle 2, because the sum of the adjacent angles make the bigger angle ABC. Hope this is clear. Angle 1 plus angle 2 makes the bigger angle ABC. Also, now we will see the linear pair of angles. What do you mean by the linear pair? Linear pair means a pair of angle a pair of angles whose sum is 180 degree. Then they are the linear pair. Like in this example, as we can see, angle ABD, this angle, and angle DBC are the linear pair. Now you will get confused, like why we are saying these angles are linear pair, and why above here we said like two angles whose sum is 180 are known as supplementary angles. So in this case, one most important condition is this, like here for the linear pair, the common arm is important. The common arm is important. Okay, whereas in the supplementary angle, the common arm is not required. So if we have a figure like this, and here the angle is of 120 degree and this angle is of 60 degree, then we can say angle A and angle B are supplementary to each other, as their sum is of 180 degree. And as they are not on the same, as they do not have a common arm between these two angles, so therefore they do not form the linear pair. They are not forming, A and B are not forming a linear pair, but they are the supplementary angles. In this case, in the case of the linear pair, we can easily see that the common arm is important. Here BD is the common arm, and angle DBC and angle ABD are the linear pair, and their sum is also 180 degrees.